All right, hello and welcome back. Before we really get started, there is one quick thing that we have to do just because I said I would. It's very unimportant. I actually don't remember if anything comes for this, but um, just because I said I would, we're going to properly assign all these sales. We're going to know how to do this either just from if you happen to know this information, or from this note we found from Magnus, where he just wanted to make sure that I believe it was Dagny would stop calling the sails by the wrong names. So from tallest to shortest, we have main, fore, mizzen, and Jägermast. And then the sections from highest to lowest are royal, top gallant, top mast, and stay sails run between the masts, but they're otherwise named the same. So let's see if we can do this right. So the tallest is the mainmast, and then the main royal. Okay, so this should be H. These ones are the mizzens that we talked about. So let's see, do we have main top gallant should be next, I think. Although I'll probably have to check numerous times to make sure I actually do this right. In fact, why don't we just do that now? Main for, okay. Royal, top gallant, top, then mast. So where's main, top gallant? Top mast. Alright. It's very frustrating. It should be easier. Mast sail. Okay, sorry, not missing, but mast sails are stay sails. Okay. All right. Stay sail, mizzen stay sail. So you should be the mizzen stay sail. Section sort of in between, like that. You should be the jigger or yigger. And then you are the mizzen. So we can do the mizzen. Top would be royal, which I don't think it has a royal. So top gallant for the mizzen. Mizzen top, and then oh wait. Let me fix that. You should be the mizzen, so. And then you are mizzen top. You are the fore sail, I think, yeah. Alright, so this is probably the fore. Spirit and the jib are down here. I forget which one's which, but we can correct it later. Actually, I think the jib is on the bottom. We'll find out. Now, I'm going to change that. Doesn't matter. Alright, so main royal, main top gallant, main top, and then main sail. Let's hope. Fore sail is probably either you or you. Main top gallant stay sail, so that should be you. Fore top sail. Fore, oh wait. Top gallant. Top. Main top mast stay sail, so that should be F. No. Top gallant, okay. And then fore sail. Hey, look at that. All right, and all we did is learn some of the names of things on a ship, which is, I don't believe, in any way helpful in this entire game. But hey, we did it. Good for us. Let's move on. All right, a couple things we're going to do here. We are going to climb up here to check out this mast, which used to be on the, or crow's nest rather, which used to be on the ship, but was relocated to town. But first, we want to take a couple steps forward and realize.
What happened here? It looks like there's been a struggle.
Something has happened.
Phone. But where's Dagny? These footprints, they're huge. Only one guy in town has feet this size.
You also see some blood here and over here, as well as Dagny's
Easy
phone.
enough. Let's see.
Now, we actually found a note from Dagny earlier. I think it's this one where she changed her password to Scuttlebutt. So I don't know why she decided to tell Magnus that, but we're going to type that in. All right, and let's start by reading her messages, because if we're going to be invading her privacy, we should really do it right. So let's read from Guild Bank. Automatic transfer, please confirm your deposit of $2 million. Confirm. Automatic deposit of $5.5 million. Confirm. And a deposit of, looks like $12 million from something in France. Confirm. So Dagny is moving around a lot of cash. Soren, very excited for the maiden voyage. The deck looks darling. I've put you into our Festeler donor section as Miss Dagny Silva de Soto. Just Dagny Silva now, thanks. Turns out my quote-unquote life partner wasn't so lifey after all. Alicia's returned to the States. Oh, all right. Well, I guess Dagny's going through a bit of a breakup. I had no idea. Terribly sorry to hear that. Condolences. Plenty of fish in the sea. Single and ready to mingle. No time like the present. You're an absolute gem, etc. I feel like the numerous runs of condolences lose a lot of their credence when you end it with etc. It's fine, I'll survive. I always do. Just leave me alone. All right. And conversations with Magnus.
So Magnus knew he was being followed. I need to get a closer look at that bed frame.
Let's see what this says. Something's following me, locked everything down. Okay, Mr. Melodramatic, are we starting to get just a little paranoid? What about the dock pylon? Are you dropping that? I'm serious. You'll have to wait on the final piece we discussed. What? Where are you putting it? Bed frame, on the ship, magic circles, Venn diagrams. The key is the overlapping sections. There are 5 pieces. You have 1, I have 1. Where are the remaining 3? How could they have gotten so lost? You're not making sense. Calm down. Have a bath. Eat some fermented whatever you people eat. I'll see you in the morning. Okay. So I think this is actually the second time we've heard a reference there being 5 pieces. Previously, we saw something about there being 5 gears somewhere in a hidden room on the ship. So hopefully we can learn more about that. We can go through Dagny's pictures. So we see some stuff in the captain's cabin, stuff on deck, more things on deck, something in town. The front of the ship, nothing too specific here. The festival, back wall down in the ship's hold. Kind of zooming in on that wall.
Pictures of a blank wall. Either Dagny's losing it or this is a clue.
So I'm not sure what Dagny's so worried about down here, but we'll have to look into that. It looks like that's the end of her picture. So let's move on. Apparently we're just going to leave Dagny's phone there. Seems rude, but okay. Let's climb up here and check out the crow's nest.
That book mentioned this crow's nest. Maybe there's something here.
This is probably my least favorite puzzle, honestly. It's just kind of boring. So we can look at this.
This looks similar to that note I found in Magnus's journal.
This is where Magnus said group things into groups of 6 without anything touching. So basically you just have to find ways to connect all these things without using up too many spots so that they don't touch. Like I said, I find it fairly boring, but it's alright. I suppose boring is better than having something that's so difficult it's impossible. But not by much. Okay. Wasted a spot here. That's not best. So we need to do 2 more sections. Alright, let's make some adjustments. That can't be the best idea. Maybe it'll be fine. There we go. See, super easy. But who's this?
Soren, and he looks injured. Oh no.
Let's grab this here. Appears to be a wooden gear of some kind. But in the meantime, let's go check out what's up with Soren.
Oh, hi.
Hello. What happened to your face?
Oh, what happened to your face?
Gunner happened. Specifically, Gunner threw a bottle at me.
That's awful. Why would he do that?
Does he need a reason? It's happened twice before. Now do you see what I've had to deal with all these years? A lesser man than I would have packed his things and quietly retired to a nice beach somewhere. I could easily take my work to Reykjavik. I don't know why I stay. Some forlorn sense of hope, maybe.
Oh, I'm sorry, bud. Well, you're not the only one who's having a rough time.
Dagny is missing. I'm worried something happened to her.
Missing? Are you sure she didn't go for a stroll?
Both of these are pretty intense, but let's talk about the heater.
She hasn't left the heater even once the entire time I've been here.
That's suspicious. If she hasn't returned soon, I'll organize a search party. In the meantime, try not to worry. She's a tough woman. I'm certain she'll manage.
Um, so it's a little odd that he's just kind of like blowing it off, I suppose. But that's fine.
I've heard some interesting stuff about the treasure's origin. What do you know about it?
Do you know much about the Dutch East India Company?
Not a whole lot.
Well, I'll give you a hint. They didn't have any sailing routes near Iceland. Adding the fact that the original Captain Lawrence was English, not Dutch, we have quite the mystery on our hands.
Goodbye.
Bye now.
All right. Well, let's see what else we can learn. Suppose we should talk to Gunnar since we saw some evidence of these large footprints here, and Soren also said that Gunnar had attacked him. What do you got to offer us, bud?
Ja?
Why did you hit Soren?
Hit Soren?
He said you threw a bottle at him.
I did no wailing, tailing thing of the sort. He's a liar is what he is, and he's trying to make old Gunnar look bad.
I said it wasn't the first time this happened.
He said it's not the first time this has happened between you two.
We have fought before. But this time, he is a liar.
All right, how about Dagny?
Do you know where Dagny is?
The mink? Missing?
I found a footprint near Dagny's heater. It looked an awful lot like one of yours.
What? No! I had nothing to do with it. Why would I take the mink? Where would I go? My only home is here in the pub.
Bye-bye.
All right, not a lot of help, but he is generally denying any involvement in the goings-on here. We can, let's see, I don't know if it's low or high tide. All right, we need to scrape away some of the barnacles from the lower portion of the ship, as advised in, or the docks rather, not the ship, in the information we got from Magnus in his cabin. Said that there was a final clue there that was going to finally open something up for him, but he needed something he could use to scrape away the barnacles, which we have.
There are markings behind the barnacles.
All right, so we have the number 26, which we can add to 14 and, what was it, 14 and 84? Let's see. Actually, I wrote it down. We don't have to, yeah, 86. 14, 26, and 86. You know what, while we're here, why don't we just say a quick hello, just in case Lisbeth has anything to offer.
Oh, hello.
Yes, that's right. We learned about this from breaking into Soren's computer.
I heard about the town's debt issues.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You exhausted the town bank account on the last few festivals, didn't you?
Who are you to come in and intimidate me out of nowhere? Get out of my sight! Get off the ship!
Oops. I usually try to be a little less antagonistic, but that was just a little too fun. Okay, so let's pop over here and deal with the decorations on the
Whale?
helm here.
Fire? I bet these images represent pieces of larger words. Maybe if I match them.
All right, so this part isn't exceptionally difficult, but it can be a little annoying just because you're not necessarily certain what each piece actually is. You know, is this wood? Is this a board? Is it, I don't know, plank? So we're going to try and do some of the easier ones. This is definitely a 4. This is a castle, and that'll form the compound word forecastle, which is how all of these puzzles are going to work. This is a gun and a whale, which will form gun whale. Oops. This is the sea, which we are going to combine with horse, I believe, to make seahorse. Rain, we're going to combine with bow to make a rainbow. Foot, I think we combine with ball. It might be, no, we're going to do stool, footstool. Okay, and then it's going to be fireball, starfish, I believe, and sunflower. Oops. And then riverbed. There's the bed down here. And finally, springboard. Whee! Enjoy your vertigo. And we find another piece.
2 broken pieces. I bet I can fix the locator now.
So we actually now have everything we need to solve one of the earlier puzzles we uncovered in the game, which required us to find both pieces of this locator, which we have, and all of the, or rather, at least 3 of the numbers for these sounding numbers, which are going to ultimately unveil to us the combination for the cupboard down in the captain's quarters. So
I've got 14 and 26. I'll need to find 2 more numbers to add up to 86.
and luckily for us, well, maybe I should actually pick up, no, just look, okay, oh, there it is. Luckily for us, there's only one area where this actually works out. So when we have 14 and 26 in our circles here, we also end up having an 11 and a 35, which ultimately adds up to 86.
Oh, got it. These are the 4 numbers for that lock.
And we just have to enter them in ascending order. And we should be able to open that bad boy up. So let's head down.
Sounds like Elizabeth?
That was actually an important thing for us to hear, so let's go address this with Lisbeth.
Hey, Nancy.
Not quite as mad at us anymore.
What was that song you were singing?
Are you spying on me? I'm not here to entertain you.
With those words, it sounded like a love song.
Just an old family song. A sailing song. My mother taught it to me. She passed when I was young. She sang often.
I'm sorry to hear that. For what it's worth, that's something we both have in common.
Then you understand. It's how I remember her.
Later.
Bye now.
Okay. All right. Let's head up here. Head down to the captain's quarters. And actually, before we go over there, let's also look at the base of the bed here.
This is the original captain's bed. Then I should take a closer look.
It sounded like Magnus sent Dagny a message saying that there was something interesting about the bed here.
They're Venn diagrams. I need to place the numbers inside the circle so that they add up to the totals within the overlapping sections.
This is not an exceptionally difficult puzzle, but it is a little hard just to get your head wrapped around exactly what's happening here. So that takes a minute. But basically, we need to create the numbers in each Venn diagram based off of what we put in here. So these two have to be either 1 and 4 or 2 and 3 in order to make 5. So let's just kind of be random about it for now. Okay, so that's correct there, I suppose. And then put 5 here. We've made 7. And then this, in order to be 10, this would have to be 5 since we already have 3 and 2 here. So this clearly is not correct. So maybe if we switch these two and put 4 here, and then add 1 right here. How's my math? Okay, so that makes 5, 7, and that should be 10. All right, so let's try over here now. What can we do to make 10? Nothing. So this won't work either. So let's take these all away, and we'll try 4 and 1 here and see how that goes. Let's go with 4 and 1 first. And we'll throw 3 right here. I'm just going to put 5 back here so it's in order. Okay, and then here we have 3, 4, 1, so I guess we'll put 2 here. 7, 8, 10. Okay. All right, now what can we do to make 10? Still nothing. So what can we do? We can either do 1 and 9. All right. Let's try over here first, see what happens. We'll do 1, 9, and we need to make 23. Actually, that's not a bad place to start. We need to make 23 out of 3 numbers. So if we take our 3 highest numbers, 7 and 8 is 15, plus 9 is 24. So basically, the only way to do this is for 9, 8, and 6 to be right here. So let's do that. Let's put 9 here. We'll put 6 here and 8 here. And then we can put 2 down here. That makes that 10. And then 4 over here makes 13. So now we can pretty much ignore this since it's not involved in anything else. The 2 halves of the circle really are pretty separate. Let's put 7 here. We put 3 there, then we can't make 7 up here. Okay, so what if we switch 9 with 8, put 5 here, and then 4 up here. And if we put this 1 here, we will have 7 and 3 plus 1 is too much. And that's too much. Could have 7 here, 6 here, 5 here. Wait, that won't work. 8 here. And could do 3, 2, there we go.
Score 1 for Nancy.
All right, so we got some more of these pictures here. That's always nice. And then let's put this code in here. All right, so we have 11, we have 14, we have 26, and we have 35.
Those noises are mechanical. Something within the ship must have unlocked elsewhere.
Well, can't be certain of exactly where to look. Did we ever check under Toomey's bed? I forget. Let's do that right now.
That's the doggy kennel in Magnus's note.
This is the one where he mentioned he made a key to a toy that Toomey would never actually play with because it was made of rawhide. All right, so we found this key here. Oops. Now let's head down, open this up, and let's explore the ship a bit. In fact, I think we'll look where
There's a
Dagny...
room back there. It looks like it was concealed in the ship's lining.
This is where Dagny had taken the picture, but had there's just a blank wall, nothing for us to do with it. So let's take a look at what this contraption is.
Looks like I need to press the correct sections according to these numbers.
Alright, so this is kind of it's almost similar to Minesweeper, in a way, where we need to click down exactly this many of these buttons in an effort to have the right number pressed down for each indication here. So this one is fairly easy. It's only touching 2 spots, so we know which 2 to press. Similarly, this one's only touching 2 spots, so we know which 2 to press. And then this guy is touching only, nope, it's touching 4 total, okay. This is only touching 1, so we know all of these are ones that we can't use, so that leaves only this one. And then this guy is already touching 2, so these ones are off limits, and this guy has to utilize those 2. Similarly, we're back in the situation before where we can't use any of these 3 since we already have this 1, or any of these 4 really. But we also can't use these ones. Since we have this 2 here that needs 1 more, we'll have to press this one in the center, which block off a few other things for us. Specifically for this 2, we can't use this and can't use this, so we'll have to use that guy. So for this 3 here, the only thing left, since we have 2 used already, we can't use this one, we can't use this one, we'll have to use this guy up here. This 3 could be either of these ones for right now, so we'll leave that alone. And then this 3 needs, or both of these 3s rather, need 1 more. However, we only have 1 more square to push down, so the answer must be this guy right here, since it's the only one that'll satisfy the last spot for these 2. Ooh.
It's a machine of sorts, but some pieces are missing.
Alright, so this is what was being referenced by saying that we need to collect some gears, which I know was probably not said very explicitly, but it is what was being said. So we're going to put this down wherever it goes. This is the star that was in the Langspiel in the Misty Skip that Lisbeth had. So we now have 2 of these gears here, but it looks like we're still missing a couple. And I believe Magnus had said he had 1, and I think that was this one that's already been replaced. So we're still missing 2. But we have a few more things to look into. So let's start.
The bilge is open? But why?
This is actually another one of my least favorite puzzles, and will probably be the end of this video. Let's peek into the bilge.
Ah!
Heard someone running up behind us. Shoved us into the bilge, which is now slowly filling with water.
Okay, stay calm, stay calm. I need to recreate the numbers written in the corner on the center dial.
Alright, so basically these numbers all add up and are trying to recreate this, so we need to make 19, 18, and 20, which you're under a time constraint here, unfortunately, and I'll probably have Nancy die a few times by being honest with you. But we have way too much over here and not enough over here, so let's see if we can rotate that a bit. Alright, that's a little more even. And let's go here. Alright, 18, 23, 16. How can I get some more onto the left? How about with you? Alright, so now our lower is a little too high and this one's too low. Let's do this. Alright, so now we're only off by a few. Is there any way I can make just one move over from left to right? If I do that, and then I want 3 more going to the left. No, no, no. Here? Nope. Alright, how about with you? Nancy's gonna die pretty soon. Nope. What about you? That's too much there. Actually, let's go back and do this. Oh, alright, so let's do each of these once. No, that's not going to work. I'm still off kilter. Is there any way to switch just one? Let's reverse these. You. Oh, I only needed a couple more seconds. You have made a fatal error. Luckily, dying in this game is largely meaningless, and you just start again.
Stay calm. I need to recreate the numbers written in the corner on the center dial.
Alright, so round 2. I'm just going to kind of click randomly until things get a little bit better for me. Alright, let's start with that. So these two, there we go.
The water stopped, but the gate's still shut. Help!
Nancy, are you all right?
Bye. That would be the second time someone has attempted to murder us.
That was an awfully close call. Someone's trying to get me out of the picture.
That's an understatement. I heard a motor off the deck, but I wanted to make sure you were safe first. Looks like that was the right decision.
Yep, you saved me. See? I knew we were going to be buddies.
Here. Whoever attacked you dropped this in the hold.
Ooh, another gear.
Maybe it will be of help to you.
Definitely, thanks. I'm bad at the not getting locked in things aspect of a case, but I'm really good at finding spots for mysterious objects.
Everyone has their gifts.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
Okay, so that was an interesting little run of events. Why don't we just throw this gear in here quickly, because what else we want to do other than rush back down to the place.
Rope? Oh, these aren't just supplies. This is everything you need to kidnap a full-grown man.
Why we're discovering this right now, I'm not sure. Perhaps the person down in the bilge was just storing this while we were down here. But we'll throw this gear in here quickly. Oh, alright, so there are 5 pieces. Alright, I remember now. Very good. So that's 3 out of 5. But yes, we will end things here. When we come back, there's a couple of things we're going to want to do. The most important of which is I'm going to have to make some money and buy a souvenir for Ned there so he's not sad. But after that, we are going to be exploring the caves finally and see if we can't get a little deeper in there. But until then, see ya.